direwolves are alive again. So let's listen to this and give our opinions.
Observe them grow and develop and hit all of their milestones. Now we're coming up to the point in their life where they're about to go to their first doctor's appointment, their first annual exam. When they do that,
Yeah, these are real life direwolves which got cloned.
to use CT imaging to get really advanced ideas of what's happening to within their skeleton and their musculature. So today, Romulus and Remus, at a little more than 6 months old,
they're really cute, but I don't think it's a good idea to bring back prehistoric wolves. They could use the science to make the cure for cancer.
Genes are kicking in, and we're getting these nice large wolves that are much more representative of what we saw in the ancient specimens. Khaleesi is a little smaller.
Aw, that's a cute doggo.
She's a female, so she's a little more petite. Today she weighs about 35 pounds, but she's still tracking about 10-15% larger than what we've seen in gray wolves.
My name is Paige McNichol. I am manager of animal husbandry at Colossal, and I am the manager of the team that takes care of the daily care.
So colossal science created real life direwolves. If you don't know what a direwolf is, they're the things which were in Game of Thrones, like giant wolves, and also they're a prehistoric wolf which lived in the Eocene epoch or the Miocene, I think it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Miocene. And they're 2 times larger than a regular gray wolf. So they evolved a different lifestyle, but they want to bring it back into the ecosystem.
The direwolf. As of right now, the roles in the pack are in flux because they're growing up and they're still youngsters. But right now, Remus is really taking that alpha role.
Yeah, so they act like regular wolves.
And being more subordinate, so he's kind of the big.
Let's find the different videos about the direwolves so you can get more information. Yeah, so they're planning on bringing back the woolly mammoth eventually. But right now they have a bunch of, and they're planning on bringing back the dodo.
We have a major breakthrough. Big breakthrough. Major breakthrough on the dodo extinction.
So they're planning on also bringing back the dodos.
Maybe one step closer to bringing back the dodo from extinction, which
I don't think that's a good idea, but okay. I know I'm fine with it.
We are going to bring back the dodo.
Guys, they want to bring back the dodo. The dodo went extinct for a reason. It's because there was no predators on the island. Bringing back the dodos as the climate is changing because of global warming is a bad idea. Because the dodos are not equipped for the temperature of the modern day ecosystem. And there's a lot of apex predators and they would be easy pickings.
This coral bird, the first animal species that human beings actually exterminated. And so now we talk about it as dead as a dodo.
Dead is the dodo. Dead is the dodo. Dead is the dodo. Dead is the dodo. Dead as a dodo. Let me get it very clear.
Oh, this is not a good idea to bring back the dodo.
It's in the name. We're de-extincting a dodo.
I heard dodos weren't as stupid as people think.
A global icon for human-caused extinction. We see them in Alice in Wonderland. We see them in paintings and books. Everybody says, "Oh, look at that really stupid bird that just walked up to people when he stings."
I heard dodos were smarter. They just weren't scared of people because of them being on an island with no predators. They were on the island all by themselves, so they evolved to be fatter to store more food. That's so they would have more food to eat. And also they couldn't fly. Their ancestors used to fly, but they don't fly anymore because of the dodo. There was no... See, in science, if there's no reason for you to have something, you won't have it anymore. So, say for example, a bird flies to an island, but there's no predators, then they will evolve smaller wings, thicker bones, and then they won't be able to fly again. then they'll be trapped on the island. And if you don't see predators for a while, you don't have the survival capability to survive a predator. So that's why dodos went extinct.
No, dodos were not dumb. Dodos were really well adapted to the particular environment that they lived in. They really didn't have any natural predators in Mauritius, and they never needed to worry about people.
Some steamed toast and a dodo egg.
But I think the dodo went extinct.
Get going!
They went extinct because they laid a single egg in a nest on the forest
That
floor.
makes sense.
When people arrived in Mauritius, they brought things with them. Some things on purpose, like dogs and cats and pigs, and some things by accident, like rats. And an egg in a nest on the ground was a pretty easy meal for a rat. Apparently they tasted delicious.
The ultimate goal of the dodo project is to bring back the dodo to Mauritius. So when it comes to genome engineering in birds, it's actually really complicated because they produce these big eggs and they have to lay these eggs when you've got the embryo developing inside. It actually makes it quite difficult for us to do some of these early manipulations.
It's not possible to clone birds because we
Yeah, so if they want to bring back the dodo, they'll need certain relatives of the dodo to bring it back. Now let's see some more
Well, new topic to talk about.
We are back with something literally out of a movie.
Straight out of Jurassic Park.
Colossal bioscience has announced plans to de-extinct our native bird.
Not just any bird. The giant moa. Which could run along my
Oh, they're bringing back the moa? Why are we bringing back the moa?
That's a big bird.
So random, it's even ostrich.
No, moas are very big.
So they want to bring back the moa as well? I don't think this is a good idea.
Largest plant collection. Interesting.
We don't really have a great history of dinosaurs here, but we do have the moa.
Why this bird of all birds?
We as humanity actually hunted them to extinction. Ran back.
That makes sense. But
Nothing to do with that bird.
I like the idea, so I didn't de-egg on it.
Tiny research center almost is like our board of directors and banked space aids or the protection of ecological items was a huge interest for our travel story.
We won't be releasing them into the wild. They'll be in live preserves. 12-foot bird running around. That would be great to see.
oh, those are going to be some big ass birds.
CBC.
Yeah, so Colossal Biosyn wants to eventually bring back the woolly mammoth. I don't know if they have any videos talking about that yet.
When humans first arrived,
What's great about de-extinction is it acts as this engine to drive conservation action that benefits not just
Yeah, it's good to bring back species which are currently going extinct, but I think it's a bad idea to bring back dinosaurs. And yeah, I don't think this is a good idea. Have they seen Jurassic Park 1? Because in Jurassic Park, they spoke about this happening. And I don't think it's a good idea to bring back extinct dinosaurs or extinct animals which already died off. Help out the animals which are currently dying and help out with medicine and that type of stuff. That would help out people a lot. But we cannot be bringing back prehistoric species. This will be a very bad idea. Let's say because they're not equipped for our environment, like how our environment is, so I don't think it's a good idea.
Blue conservation projects.
And eventually bring the moa back to life. We really want this to be a Maori-led initiative, and I'm really excited.
I think they're trying to make Jurassic Park. Welcome to bootleg Jurassic Park. But they have my support, but I think they should be focusing on different stuff.
What I've heard over the last 2 days fills me with hope. Empowering.
Hope is restored.
Peter's a visionary. He always has his dream.
Yeah, that's how big the Moa is. Yeah, we killed the Moa. Like, we hunted them to extinction. So, I think if we bring them back again, the same thing's going to happen again. Like, poachers are going to come after these prehistoric species. That's to say they killed, say, for example, a woolly mammoth. You know how awesome that would sound? It would sound awesome, but it would be a bad idea. And now let's hear about...
Simple.
Let's me get rid of the ads.
Hello there. Welcome to De-Extinction 101. This is InGen. And this is us, Colossal Biosciences. We're here to ease your worries on that scary de-extinction word and set the record straight.
Maybe we should make it quick.
Good thinking. First off, we don't have a genetic testing lab on a secret island with the ethically corrosive capitalistic intent of creating flesh-eating dinosaurs. So no, Colossal is
Not yet, probably.
Excuse me, that's not a T-Rex, that's a genetically modified bird.
Yeah, so if they do bring back dinosaurs, I don't think it will be possible because the DNA is too old. Let's see this video and see what they...
That was the best story ever to work with, as all paleontologists do. You know, we just have to tell the story because it's better than fiction.
Let's see what they have to say here.
I was always interested in the earth and rocks and dinosaurs, and honestly,
Me
I
too.
don't understand why everybody isn't a geologist or a paleontologist. You know, when you're seeing something that no human has ever seen before, when every day you get to know a little something that no human has ever known before, those are the moments that I look for. I think, you know, any good scientist would be into that.
Dinosaur remains measuring 26 meters long and weighing 59
That's one big ass boy.
been uncovered in Argentina. Scientists found the 77 million.
Listen, soon as dinosaurs are actually made, if they actually do make them again, like exact species, but they can't because they would need similar species. And the closest relative to dinosaurs are birds and reptiles. It'd be so hard to bring back dinosaurs, and plus their DNA, they have some mummies, but I don't know if that DNA is fresh enough to use because over time DNA erodes. Let's say they find a frozen dinosaur, then they could maybe bring back one. That's like what they're trying to do with the woolly mammoth right now. So I find this a very bad idea, but I hope we get a real life Jurassic Park one day, because it was my dream ever since I seen Jurassic Park for the first time and watched Walking with Dinosaurs for the first time. So let's see what else he has to say.
Year-old Drenortus in southern Patagonia. They say the fossil was remarkably well preserved.
W.
There's no remote way of finding dinosaurs. You have to know your geology, you have to know how to be outdoors, and you get your boots on the ground, and you literally walk until you see a bone sticking out of the rock. I have been working with a team of fellow paleontologists from the University of Pennsylvania in Baja Rio.
Do they have any videos talking Oh yeah, they do, right here. Let's see what they had to say about the woolly mammoth.
So welcome officially to Colossal Labs. This is the most advanced genetics lab, arguably in the world, and we definitely spare no expense in the process. This is the real Jurassic Park, isn't it? I think it's Jurassic Park with a conservation focus.
What we do today is what the hope for the future is for biodiversity for nature.
Today I'm excited to
At least they're helping out nature.
In species preservation and de-extinction.
That's a good thing to.
We accidentally broke the internet.
Is our colossal woolly mouse.
What's a woolly mouse?
Woolly mouse.
Now it's on to step 2. Getting
The woolly mouse, that's cool.
an elephant.
This is too good. Let's, and the way the world is right now, let us have this.
Everyone likes to talk about the climate crisis, but we are actually in a biodiversity crisis. And so
Yeah, since we have global warming going on, so if they can somehow bring back all of these prehistoric creatures, would it be ethical? Like, would it be smart to bring back like a woolly mammoth? Because think about it. When they were around, they had a different environment than a regular elephant. So I don't think it would be a good idea. And then they would need to bring back the paleobotany from that time period too, or give it something similar. But it would be sick because it would be overheating all the time because of our temperature is heating up and our climate is changing. Now let's listen to what else they have to say.
we felt that it was very important for us to bring back the direwolf.
Direwolf is the first species that we're bringing back.
They successfully brought back the direwolf, which is a good sign. That means science is improving, but they should be using it for cures, for medicine, saving wildlife, maybe. Like, say for example, there's one more of a certain species, like, get a DNA example of it, bring it back, but it's from our current time, so it wouldn't be affecting the environment. Because if you take one species out of the environment, the whole ecosystem collapses. Because it's like a web. And also, if you bring back a species not even from this time period, it would have a lot of health complications, probably. Less if they're getting slowly used to our environment like the direwolves are, which is good for the direwolves. That's maintain the direwolves in a certain area and don't let them escape. Imagine if a direwolf actually escaped. That'd be bad for the area where the Colossal Labs is.
You made a fucking direwolf. 3 direwolves so far.
It's super cool how they brought back a direwolf.
That first howl is the best noise I think I've ever heard in my life.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg. We're in an exponential phase right now. It's stimulating the imagination.
Your choice was, well, let's change the world.
You have to go back into the past to repair and fortify our future.
It's what we're trying to do with our redwood project.
Something we weren't even thinking would be a possibility.
Vitalize the American redwood population.
Our process is non-invasive.
That's because non-invasive. That could help out a lot.
Today was the first day we introduced Lisi to her brothers.
We put out acoustic recorders. This data will be valuable to any species.
Colossal just announced the acquisition of Biogen.
Happy birthday to the direwolf.
We figured out how to grow and learning with germplasm. PGCs.
A major breakthrough.
Colossal Bioscience has announced plans to de-extinct
The giant moa.
The giant moa, I think that's a bad idea because it could kick us and then we're instantly dead. Because if anyone chooses to piss off the moa, imagine getting kicked by emu but 10 times harder. That's what it would be like. And guys, that was us reacting to Colossal Biosyn on bringing back prehistoric animals. My opinions are, it's not a good idea, but I'm happy it's happening because it'd be so cool to see a woolly mammoth in real life. Or a saber-toothed tiger. Like having a Paleozoic Jurassic Park would be awesome. I always wanted to make that in Jurassic World Evolution. But now this is happening. So I think this is a bad idea, but it's a good thing for science. See you all later, and comment down below what you think about bringing back prehistoric creatures back from the dead. See you all later. Lizard Guy out. And more Jurassic World Evolution videos and Monster Hunter videos are coming out soon. Goodbye.